Hello and welcome to Inspire Coach. As I've always said, this is a platform where we build, challenge, motivate, and rebuke one another to be the very best version of ourselves. It's always a pleasure to have you. So today, let me start with a story. A few years ago, I found myself in a funny situation. It was early in the morning, around 5 a.m., and we had planned a day before to meet with my friends for something we were to do for about an hour. Then apparently, just before the meeting ended, I collapsed and I didn't have the energy to stand up again. And my friends were shocked. They were surprised what happened. So they carried me home because we were just close to my place. And I was rushed to the hospital. And getting there, the doctors were surprised what had happened to me because there were no symptoms or signs of anything that made me look sick. Then at some point, when they tried to do an injection on my hand, I didn't even have the energy to hold my wrist. They were shocked. So they decided to investigate how my previous day was, how my week was. And you know what they came up with? They told me I was extremely fatigued and I had zero energy. I was surprised. How did it get to this? How did I get myself into this? So I decided to take a break, look at my life, take an inventory, and find out why this had to happen. You know what? I was overworked. I didn't take time to rest. I had really overworked myself. So who was I to blame for me having collapsed? No one. It was not my job. It was how I carried myself. So today, out of this story, I feel it's important we tackle a topic I've always loved, and that is called stewardship over our own being. So today, out of this story, what can we learn? For me, I feel it's important that we tackle a topic that is called stewardship over our own beings. So, what is stewardship? Stewardship is the responsible overseeing of something that is considered worth caring for. And do you know that you're worth caring for? Do you know that you're the steward of your own life, of how you carry yourself, of what you eat, of what you think, of the words that you speak? So let's start with how we take care of our bodies. I'm a Christian and I do believe that I was made by God. And when God made me, He loved what He did. And I should too. I should love what God made. That is me. So when I'm taking care of myself, when I'm taking care of my body, when I'm taking care of the way I live every day, I'm becoming a good steward. I'm becoming accountable to God, to myself, and to those around me. Let's go back to the story I shared a while ago. When I collapsed, I created panic to my friends, to my family, and I had to pay a hospital bill. Why? Because I forgot who I was, or I was not accountable of myself to God, to myself, and those around me. I didn't take time to take care of myself. I didn't take time to take rest, and I was overly fatigued. So, what do we mean when we say we are accountable to God and to ourselves over our own bodies? This includes the hygiene practices we do every day, what we eat, how we rest. These things are really important. Let's start with the hygiene. It's the basic, the little things, those things that we consider as normal. They're really important. When it comes to hygiene, I have a situation I would ask you. Have you been close to somebody who has some sweaty smell? Did that feel comfortable for you? I'm sure the answer would be no. It's not comfortable. Someone forgot to take care of their hygiene, but that affected you. That made you uncomfortable. So that's what I mean when I say we are accountable even to those around us. When we fail to take care of our own hygiene, we end up sick, probably giving a stench that is not so comfortable. And so many things affect us. Even our own confidence is drained when we forget to take care of ourselves, when we don't practice the basic hygiene standards. Sometimes we'll feel like it's too much work, but believe you me, it works for you. It works for you as an individual. You will be confident, you will be healthy, and you'll be comfortable with the people around you. The next one is, what do we feed? How does your diet look like? What do you eat? Do you overeat? Do you undereat? Are you intentional of the food that you eat? See, you don't have to go buying the most expensive meals in the restaurant. Once you're intentional, you'll focus on the little things you need to add on to your meals. For example, try and ensure always that your food consists of a balanced diet, that is available for you. You don't have to go for what you cannot afford, but that is locally available. Just be intentional about it. I know sometimes we get cravings for ice creams, for sweets, and for other things. Once in a while, it's okay. But you will not tell me I won't visit a dentist if I do ice cream and sweets every day. At the end of the day, I go losing my teeth. The other aspect of taking care of your body is rest. Take time to rest. Take breaks during your work time. Take time to go for a vacation. As I said before, you don't have to go to the most expensive place, but take a break. It's important. We give breaks to the machines we work with. At the end of the day, when you finish your work, you will shut down your computer, right? What about your body? Give it some time to break. Rejuvenate. Get that new energy so that you stay productive. And with that, you're being a steward of your body to yourself. You're being accountable. You're being responsible of that you have. So we are done with the body. Let's focus on another area, and that is our mind. Do you know that your mind is a doorway for anything that crosses around your life? And whatever we feed our minds on affects how we make decisions. So what do you allow on your minds? What do you allow to get through your mind? What do you meditate on often? Is it a problem you went through? Is it a story of someone that you had that is not Or are you watching movies that make you sad? Are you watching news that make you sad time and time again? That you feed your mind with, that you meditate on constantly, affects the choices you make. I don't say you stay away from what's happening with the world, but stay away from meditating on the negative things all the time. Because with that, you continue drawing negative energy to your life. And you continue finding yourself making negative choices all along. You find yourself in panic modes. You find yourself engulfed in fear. You find yourself engulfed in anger and resentment just because you meditated on the wrong things. You meditated on the negative things. So be intentional on the things you think about, on the things you let into your mind. The other aspect I'd like us to focus on is your words. Do you know that your words have power? Your words speak life. See, I didn't know this, and for a long time, I would call myself stupid once I made a mistake. And I ended up feeling stupid and acting stupid all the more until I decided to change the narrative. So nowadays, it's hard for me to call myself stupid or even call someone else because I know words have power. And the more I speak, the more I constantly keep repeating the same thing, it begins to give life. And the universe attracts that we keep speaking of. So I've learned every day to speak what I really want in my life. Even when I feel like I'm so broke, I will never call myself poor because that's not the road I want to walk towards to. I need to be careful with the words that I speak. Do I want to be wealthy? Then let me talk like a wealthy person. Let me begin aligning myself to the parts of a wealthy person by declaring that I'm wealthy, preparing my mind to be wealthy. So it's really important that you watch your words. Sometimes when you speak words, even to the other people, when I'm angry at someone and just pour out anger, the issue is I would never be able to take back those words. I might hurt somebody with my words, but I will never be able to undo the words that I say. Regardless of how many times I apologize, I will never be able to undo. Of course, they may forgive me, but remember, I hurt somebody and I caused a scar in their heart. So let's be careful with the words we speak. I know it's not easy to monitor every word we speak, but let's be intentional. I know I keep repeating the word intentional, but if we don't get intentional about our lives, we'll be headed in the wrong direction. So let's watch the words we speak about ourselves and about others. Let's speak what we really want. Let's speak about the future that we want. Positive future. Let's love ourselves by speaking what we really want. Let our words be beautiful. Let our words be attractive. Let those around us be attracted to us because of the words that we speak. Let's speak words of hope, words that encourage, words that build, because that's the power of the tongue. So, the other aspect I'd like to tackle, and I know that this might be controversial, it's how we present ourselves, especially how we dress. I know dressing is a controversial topic, especially in the world we live today, where it's my dress, my choice. It depends on who you think you are and how you understand yourself. Some time back, I saw something, a post on Facebook that attracted my eye. It was a picture of the royal family, the British royal family. And I looked at the way they were dressed. They were royals and they looked presentable. There was a lot of modest in the way they looked. The person who put that post continued to say that they dressed the way they knew who they were. They represented a kingdom. They represented strength, leadership, royalty, power. So when I dress, when I go out there, how do I present myself? Do I present myself as somebody who just doesn't care? Just because I feel like dressing this and dressing that? Or do I carry myself the way I understand I am? Am I a king in my own kingdom? Or do I carry myself as somebody who's lost, somebody who doesn't care? Do you know how you dress matters? And it speaks a lot about you. It might be a controversial topic, but again, it does speak a lot about you. So even as we come to the end of our discussion today, I do believe that we are stewards of our lives and the way we carry ourselves. We are accountable, I said, to God, to yourself, and those around you. So be intentional about living responsibly, taking care of yourself, because it matters and you matter. As I've always said, you're not in this world for no reason. You have a purpose which you need to fulfill. And the faster you understand this, the faster you'll change your mindset. So as we have come to the end of this discussion, may you be motivated to be the very best version of yourself. Take care of yourself. Be accountable. Be somebody who can be answerable to you and to those around you. Stay motivated. This is yours, Naomi Loishie. Thank you.